Hey guys, it's Rob here and welcome back to another video. In this video we do have a lot of great topics to talk about when it comes to Nintendo news and Nintendo Switch news. We have some Metroid Prime news, some Mario Galaxy movie news, unfortunate Borderlands 4 news for the Nintendo Switch 2 version, but overall some very fun news. If you guys end up enjoying this video and do want to be kept up on the latest Nintendo news and of course the Nintendo Switch 2 side of things as well, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and leave a like. With that being said, let's get to the topic. So Metroid Prime 4 is going to be releasing at December 4th, or on December 4th, don't know why I said it like that. We got that at the Nintendo Direct, that piece of news, and one thing that I've always been wondering, what about the past games? Whenever long-running franchises do get new games in their respective series, usually they do end up bringing out the past games to get everyone caught up, or at the very least, just have them out so people can play the other games. And for a while now, these games have been rumored, Metroid Prime 1, 2, and 3. Of course, we got Metroid Prime 1 already, so a lot of people are wondering, well, what about Metroid Prime 2 and 3? I personally always expected them to be at the next Nintendo Direct over the course of the last 1 or 2 years, but we never really got them, especially considering that when the Nintendo Switch 2 was revealed, I was like, okay, so now we're more than likely going to get that release date for Metroid Prime 4, but we never got it. I mean, recently we did it, but it took a long time, you know? So my thought was, well, maybe they're going to be using Metroid Prime 2 and 3 to hold us over until Metroid Prime 4. That might still be happening. So if you guys haven't seen this article yet, it seems that Metroid Prime 3 was actually renewed for its trademark. So let's read the article with the original trademark renewal and then we'll get to the update. So this is from Go Nintendo and this is what they said. When it comes to the Metroid franchise, Nintendo fans are squarely focused on Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, which is coming to Switch and Switch 2 later this year. While Nintendo no doubt has plans to push the title, it seems they're also looking to Samus's past as well. Nintendo is always making sure to protect their franchises and franchises installments, and that's exactly what they're doing with the Metroid series right now. It's been discovered that Nintendo has snagged trademark renewals for 2 classic installments in Samus's history, Metroid Prime 3 Corruption and Metroid Prime Hunters. Now, I do want to say on Metroid Prime Hunters, I would love for that to come to the Nintendo Switch Online. And of course, one thing that's very interesting about Metroid Prime Hunters is that there was also another trademark renewal for the second screen for the Nintendo Switch 2. They've done this multiple times already. We covered that I think it was like a couple weeks ago. Now again, like I said in that video, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be doing anything with that, but usually when they keep updating these patents, there is a good chance that something is going on. So this is the update that Go Nintendo has on their article. Nintendo has once again renewed the trademark for Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, and this time it's specifically Nintendo of America who's tied to the submission. The previous trademark renewal, seen above, was done by Nintendo Co. Ltd, and this was from Mike Odyssey over on Twitter, the original source. So what does this all mean? Well, if we do end up getting Metroid Prime 3 Corruption on the Nintendo Switch 2 very soon, I do have a feeling that we're also going to get something with Metroid Prime Hunters, and especially if they do end up redoing that again as well. This time around, it's only Metroid Prime 3 Corruption though, so we'll have to wait and see on that. But if that does happen, I could definitely see them adding Nintendo DS to the Nintendo Switch Online service and then having that screen. Again, that trademark renewal was again for a second screen for the Nintendo Switch 2, so it's very interesting that they did this, and they're also renewing this, so that does still give me hope for Nintendo DS coming to the Nintendo Switch 2. But yeah, as to what Nintendo's going to be doing with Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, or more specifically, when we can actually see this game, I think more than likely, of course, it's going to be before, honestly, maybe not. Maybe they will end up releasing it after Metroid Prime 4. It wouldn't make a lot of sense, but a lot of times Nintendo does do really weird things, you know? But the most likely case is they're going to probably drop it on Twitter, or they're going to drop it on a trailer on their channel, or maybe even on the Nintendo app. Stuff like that, and we'll get that before the release date of December 4th for Metroid Prime 4. I guess we'll wait and see, or we'll have to wait and see. And moving on to some unfortunate news for Borderlands 4. So Borderlands 4 over on the PlayStation 5 anyways is having issues, and a lot of other platforms as well. Pretty much all the platforms across the board from what I can figure. I haven't played it on PC or Xbox because I don't have that. Well, I do have a PC, but it's not strong enough to play these newer games. So I have a PlayStation 5 for that, and it definitely does chug a bit, especially after you've played it for about an hour or so. It seems that it happens over the course of when you're playing, which is very unfortunate, which is why I just stick to performance mode because it just runs better. But performance issues aside, it has been very fun. It's one of the most fun games I've played this year personally, because I do love looter shooters, I do love RPGs, I do love finding really cool and unique loot, so I've been having a lot of fun with it, and it's actually really funny to me anyways. I don't know about anyone else this time around as well. I'm definitely going to probably do a review on it, or at least my thoughts video on it. Now, when it comes to the Nintendo Switch 2 version, that was something I was very excited for, because of course then we have it on a handheld. But the problem is that it seems that there is some trouble with it. Again, it has been having a lot of trouble on other platforms too, so it's kind of no surprise that something's happening with the Nintendo Switch 2. And when I heard about all the trouble that was having on other platforms, I was wondering, okay, that delay for the Switch 2 version is coming more than likely. Because the Switch 2 is obviously weaker than the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. So if that's having trouble, just imagine what the Switch 2 is going to be having. So if you guys haven't seen their official statement, this is what their official statement is over on Twitter. Greetings, Vault Hunters. We need to share that the release of Borderlands 4 on Nintendo Switch 2 is being delayed. We do not take this decision lightly, but we are committed to ensuring we deliver the best possible experience to our fans, and the game needs additional development and polished time to do that. Our hope is to also better align this release with the addition of cross saves, which we are working on and recognize it's very important. We will update you all on the new release timing once we've fully adjusted our plans. In accordance with Nintendo's policy, all digital pre-orders to date will be canceled. Customers can initiate that process themselves now, or it will happen automatically starting on Friday, September 26th. For questions about Nintendo eShop or the Nintendo eShop, contact, and then they have a link in the article. For physical pre-orders, please reach out to the corresponding retailer. So yeah, this is incredibly unfortunate. The only thing that I find kind of weird is that they say, and the game needs additional development and polish time to do that. Okay, but what about literally every single other version that's having frame rate issues right now? I feel like this game should have just been completely delayed. That's not something I would want, but considering that it is having these issues, I think they probably should have delayed it. It's gonna be interesting to see how the Nintendo Switch 2 version fares against the launch version of the other versions of Borderlands 4, like on the PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC. But yeah, very unfortunate news, especially since I did want to try it. I was going to actually rent it and review it just like I did Borderlands 4 on PS5, but I guess I'll have to wait on that. Moving on to the next topic, we do have an update on people who were having trouble pre-ordering the Final Fantasy games on the Nintendo Switch. So the official Twitter account for Final Fantasy VII says this: customers who purchased the digital version of Final Fantasy VII, released March 26, 2019, were previously unable to pre-order Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate on Nintendo eShop. This issue has been resolved. Pre-orders are open, and we apologize for the inconvenience. This was on September 22nd. So if you were having any issues with that, according to them, has been fixed. Next up, we do have some small Super Mario Galaxy movie news, and we're also going to talk about the leaks that are going around, because I just want to kind of talk about it because it's kind of funny. But the first thing is, trademark for the Super Mario Galaxy movie has been registered in Japan. Old Spice is 100% real, and the reason why they're saying Old Spice is because Yoshi's design was actually leaked out on the Old Spice can, and this was a long time ago, and kind of went under the radar before we finally got the Mario Galaxy revealed during that Nintendo Direct. So they recently have gotten the trademark for that, and the logo is there as well. So pretty cool, just like a small bit of news. As far as the leaks go for the Mario movie, there has been a lot of leaks of different designs, different things. Some were semi-confirmed, some were just completely fake. I'm not going to show them on screen because you never know if they're real or not, but there are people going around using AI to make different renders of different characters like Yoshi into the Mario movie render. So if you ever see photos that are leaked, especially there's one going around for Rosalina and Yoshi, just keep in mind to double check and make sure it's not an AI version or just someone being fake, those kind of things. And moving on to the last topic, we do have some more details on the Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD remaster, which I cannot wait to play. So Stealth40k over on Twitter says new NPCs, Dragon Quest 1, new dungeons, Dragon Quest 1, new story, which is actually pretty cool. I do love me a good story in an RPG. Dragon Quest 1, new party members, Dragon Quest 2, new ocean floor map with new new story/bosses for Dragon Quest II, new minigame in Dragon Quest II, and mini medals for both games, which is pretty cool. So yeah, overall, some pretty interesting stuff that's happening. It's really unfortunate for Borderlands 4 because I was really curious on how that ran on the Switch 2, but you know, what are you gonna do? But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this down in the comment section below on the Borderlands 4 stuff, the trademarks. Have you come across any fake leaks for the Mario movie? And of course, what do you guys think about the Metroid Prime 4 stuff? Do you think Nintendo's gonna eventually bring Metroid Prime 4 and do something with Metroid Prime Hunters, because they did renew it along with Metroid Prime 3 a while back, and they recently updated it again for Metroid Prime 3. And of course, there are those trademarks for the second screen on the Nintendo Switch 2, so you know, I'm hoping we get Nintendo DS on the Nintendo Switch 2. That would be really fantastic. I would actually really like to play Spectrobes, pretty sure that's how you say it, again, because that was a really fun game for me. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this down in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.